Geek Dad Life presents Toy Geeks, a live toy talk show. Tonight, John and I are going to share our top toys for 2021. Yes, it's time to pick our final favorites of this past year of toy releases. So sit back, relax, and enjoy the show. Hello, everybody, and welcome to Toy Geeks. My name is Jay, and with me, as always, Sunday nights at 9 p.m., even if he's in Massachusetts, it's my good friend, John. John, how you doing tonight?
I am doing well. How are you, Jay?
I'm doing all right. It's a new location for you.
This is the new digs, Sans Toys.
You're coming in clear. You're coming in clear from the Great North.
That's good.
Going up
That's
there,
good.
I don't know.
Do I sound okay?
You sound great.
Okay.
Yeah, nice and
Awesome.
clear. But if you start you doing, I don't know, you do the Massachusetts accent really well because you know you're from there. But if it starts to like come in real thick, we'll let you know.
Yeah, I'm in that environment. It just might happen.
Well, I'm incredibly thankful that the internet was strong enough up there so that while you are visiting family for Christmas, you're able to still talk toys with me, as well as everybody that joins us live every single week. And we got to make sure we say hi to them. So let's do it real quick. Let me see how far I should go back. Oh, my goodness, y'all. All right, here we go. Space Cowboy, Map Room Gaming, C&J Experience, Tom Riley, Bob is here as well. Jay Griffiths, Evil Villain, Brandon TV, John Rose, Justin. And we also got Gotham Stalker, Ninja Turtle, Nick, Brandon 3G. I believe it is Dartherian, but I'll do it again just in case. Dartherian, Justin, Rowan, Mike G, as well as Wait, I Know You podcast. Master Blast, which I think my episode's coming up on that show a couple of days from now. So definitely give that channel a follow. KB, Jason is here as well. Toy and Fun, Doc O, Comics 1017, Overman, Pop Actor Rick is here. Free Reign is here as well. Maxon, All Music Fan is here. And Jonah, as well as Cobweb Galactus for Mac Huffin Productions. Let's see, Ben, Jonathan as well. And we also have J-Mac is here, Galactus 4, Throwback Turtles in the house, Chris Esposito, Todd Smith, I believe, no, I didn't do Raphael, I don't think, maybe, here it is again, Robert Alessandri, Austin WWE, Nick Dillinger, Toys That Glow, Jack Knight 73, as well as, let me keep going here, Jeff Morris, Bullwinkle 80, Gary, J. Andrew, Eric, JD, Fats, Colt, and Koku-san Chogrin is here. Great friend of the show. We had him on a few weeks back. JNT Pop Actor. I already did you, Pop. I'm not doing that. I already did it twice. That's enough. Rare Blend Soundwave 14G Diecast and Alan. Whew, it is a hopping chat tonight, John.
It is.
And go ahead.
I think it was Austin WWE.
Yeah.
Asked for a hi to Jasmine.
Oh, well, hello, Jasmine. There you go. Good call out there. Oh, there is something I will say. A huge event happened in the geek world this weekend. That was the drop of Spider-Man No Way Home. But I'm going to ask everyone in the chat, let's be respectful. No spoilers. If you want to see it or talk about it, we did a stream on it yesterday. So let's keep that discussion within that video, if at all possible. I don't think that's going to happen, but at least I just wanted to say it just to try and protect the sanctity of opening weekend and trying to be as spoiler-free as possible. We're all pretty good-natured and good supportive geeks here, but I at least just wanted to say it to everyone. Pop Actor. You did get 2 shout-outs, Pop Actor. It's too many. No, I'm kidding. Oh my goodness. So John, somehow we're like running towards the end of 2021.
How did it happen?
I don't know. I really don't know. And so, you know, our show is relatively young, so we're short on I guess traditions, if you want to call them that. But our first year of the show, we did our top toys of 2020 as well as predictions. And the year kind of sped through last year, and we didn't do them before the end of 2020. We kind of like did them at the beginning of 2021. So our goal this year was to try and get our top toys as well as our predictions in before the year ended. And it really only leaves like these next 2 weeks to do it. So today, John and I are going to be sharing our top toys of 2021. So that's what we're opening this show with. We'll also do a little bit of toy news. I think there's still some good stuff to talk about. The last week, the audience kind of asked for some charts on Super 7 and what's the timeline on those things. We're going to show a little bit of that. But maybe we'll save a deeper dive into it for a future episode. But we'll kind of show all the hard work that Brian did in anticipation of this show. And we'll do some toy hauls, and maybe we'll do a Christmas Stump John. I don't think it'll be Christmas theme, but it's before Christmas. So. It'll be like Die Hard, where it's a Christmas movie because it happened during Christmas time.
It happened, right. Makes very little reference to Christmas.
Yeah. I mean, it's there. I'm going to side on that it's a Christmas movie, but mainly just because, I don't know, it's a great movie and I don't mind watching it every year.
See, I've seen Die Hard when it first came out, the first one.
Mm-hmm.
My wife had never seen any of the Die Hard movies, so we binged all 5.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, I was in the camp. Die Hard is not a Christmas movie.
Okay.
She agrees.
Okay.
Just, it happens at Christmas time. It's a Christmas time movie. It's not a Christmas movie.
Be careful, John. Be careful.
I know.
In these divisive times, I don't know if you want to
bring up that D word.
Oh my goodness. Yes, yeah, exactly. Please, no Spidey spoilers. Again, I don't think anyone will, but at least just wanted to say it. Let's see. Jager says Die Hard is a Christmas movie because it's relevant to the plot. All right, we don't want to.
Okay. All right. Yeah, we just got to stop it.
We got to stop it right here. We will respect everyone's opinions. You could be pro Christmas movie Die Hard or not. You are all welcome here on Toy Geeks. All right, so dang, I just knocked the headphones out of my ears. It's that kind of night. Okay, top toys of 2021. Now, this list is it's from John and I's perspective, right? It's toys that we've picked up this year, and toys is a pretty broad term. It can include things like play sets, or if it's a toy. If you can go or with it, it's a toy.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's fair enough to assume here. So since John is not at home base, do you have a name for like your toy room or anything?
No, I got to come up with one.
I don't either,
because it's just the toy room. Like when it's referenced to in my house, it's the toy room.
I'd be curious if any of the chat has really good names for their toy room. My wife calls it my junk room. So really, I gotta have something better than that.
But it's kind of your office as well.
That's what I refer to as my office, because I work from home, so I'm just in here every day. Here we go, man cave of solitude. Oh man! All right, so since John isn't at home base, he doesn't have his toys with him. I tried my best to kind of put together media, so when we bring up our different toys and stuff, there will be some either pictures or videos. If I actually videoed it myself, I tried to pull in some video footage from different reviews that I either posted or never ended up posting for tonight's show. So that is what we'll be going to. But I'd also love to hear you, like everyone in the chats, what are your picks for top toys of 2021? And to try and keep this tight, we're gonna do 5 each for John and I. So if you all if you want to put in like 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, feel free to plug yours in as well. But what I would try to do is maybe save it for after John and I go through ours. So we'll do our top 5. And if you kind of want to do your homework while we're going through ours, and then once we're done, I'll plus in everyone in the chat some of your top 5 toys of 2021. The only rule we had was just that we bought it this year. I do like the Dan Larson Toy Galaxy rule of, it has to be released and bought in the year. but we're a little bit more flexible, I think, for our top list. So anyway, did I lay down the ground rules, John? And I miss anything?
I think that's good. Those are some good boundaries.
Okay. All right. So John, I will flip a coin to see who goes first. It is a piece dollar from 1922. So it's coming up on 100 years old starting next year. So I figured it was apropos for tonight's stream. It's not. I just I have a silver dollar. So anyway, John, do you go tails or heads for who gets to go first? And we're going 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Okay, tails.
Tails.
Yep.
All right, here we go. it is heads. Well, I will go first.
Darn it, rip. Do you want to rewind?
No, it's fine. It's fine. I don't know. I didn't win that one. That's all I know. Okay. All right. So I will go first. My number 5, and I do have a spoiler on one of mine. Or it's not so much a spoiler as it is a let me pause this. But I'll make sure I give enough spoiler alert to it. I think maybe we can guess where that one's going, but that's not coming up right now. All right. So my number 5 is one of those borderline toys, I think, but it's a toy. And that is none other than Hasbro's partnership with Robosen. Not Robitussin. Robeson?
I think it's Robosen.
Robosen Optimus Prime. It's an $800 transformer for $750. I think it was $800 after tax and everything. But it is a transformer that transforms itself. And it blew me away when they showed it. This is it for comparison shots here. That's the Robosen. That's the masterpiece, the big one, the first masterpiece Optimus, and then the original Hasbro Optimus Prime. But it kind of blew me away when I first saw it. Oh, there we go. It's so freaking cool. And so when it does that transforming and it does these different battle moves and all sorts of different stuff, it is like the ultimate party trick. But therein lies its main problem, maybe why it's 5 and not number 1, is that it's not an all the time toy. It's not a display toy. It's kind of you take it out to impress your friends kind of thing. But when you do it, when you turn it on, it is one of the most incredible toy experiences I think I've ever had. It's like, it's up there with Small Soldiers. It's like when you saw Small Soldiers, like, oh man, do you think they would ever do that someday? And this is it. It does it. It does all of those things.
Fate rarely calls upon ourselves of our choosing.
Oh, so cool. It's so freaking cool. And yeah, that's my number 5. John, any thoughts there?
That's a good one. You know, I've yet to see it in person. I've yet to see, the action in person outside of the videos. But it's a good one. It's a good $800 number 5.
It's almost I spent so much money. It's like,
do you feel guilty if you didn't put it on the list?
Yeah, exactly. It would hurt so much. But again, it's so cool. It's so cool and but yeah, is it worth the $800? That's I don't know. I don't know about that.
Yet to be decided.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, I'm surprised. Yeah, Nick hasn't gone. I mean, just somebody do something with Small Soldiers. I mean, that was a Hasbro thing, wasn't they? Did the toys for it.
Who owns it? Who put that out?
It was a Universal movie. I think Stan Winston did the designs.
Mm-hmm.
And Hasbro had the toy license back in the day, and they partner with Hasbro on it. If I'm remembering correctly, I may be misremembering. I haven't seen the movie in forever, but they need to do that. They have the technology with this Optimus. I want an actual, I want Archer and what's his name, Chip Hazard.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, all right, John, what's your number 5?
This was really, really difficult not having the stuff in front of me. So I just had to do, a bit of a rewind of what as I open something,
Yep.
like, oh man, this is awesome. This is really good.
Mm-hmm.
So, man, the first one, I wish I could kind of take back, only because I mean, not that I don't like it, not that I don't like it, because like in my mind, I'm like, man, what did I get this year? What did I get this year? Because I couldn't
Uh-huh.
remember if there was some things I got last year, like the
Okay.
end of last year, and that was
Mhm.
on last year's list. Didn't remember. But anyway, I'm not taking back number 5,
Okay.
but it is McFarlane Justice League Armored Darkseid.
Wait, so
It
you got
is.
this one last year? I thought you got this year.
I got it this year. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
I was just really trying to remember the stuff I got this year off
Gotcha.
the top
Okay.
of my head without
Mm-hmm.
being in my toy room for reference.
Mm-hmm.
Because honestly, since we started the show, I've started buying more toys.
Same.
So it's been really difficult. But I love this figure. I was a little, iffy about it when they first showed it because of course
Mhm.
the armorless version I think looks ridiculous the way that
Oh
the
yeah, the
ab
chest.
cut is.
Oh,
It
so bad.
looks like they put two figures together that don't belong together.
Yeah.
But this figure is amazing. And I was tied 50-50 him and Steppenwolf.
Oh yeah, Steppenwolf is awesome too. So
But
why did this one beat out the other?
I just opened the Steppenwolf figure, I think the day before I left,
Mm-hmm.
before I left for vacation. So I really didn't have a lot of time to mess with it and pose it out.
Mm-hmm.
But the way that I have this in my display, he scales so well with the other figures.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he towers over all the rest of them, just like Steppenwolf does.
Yep.
But my favorite Darkseid figure was there was one from DC Direct. I can't remember what the series was. It might have been Batman, Superman, Supergirl series, like the Apocalypse series. I can't remember.
Mm-hmm.
But that was always my favorite Darkseid figure
Yeah.
until this one.
Mm-hmm.
This is just a great, great figure. Unbelievable. I love it.
Yeah. No, it's what McFarlane's been able to do is, and at the price points he's doing it at, and I know the prices might change. I don't know. I went to Target today and Motu Origins was $20, but on sale for $14. It's really weird. I don't know what the heck's going on. Or $27 Boba Fett 3 3/4 inch figures.
Mhm.
So I don't know what the next year holds, or if McFarlane's value will hold. But in this time, like what you could get with this figure is incredible.
Mhm.
Totally.
Yeah, this figure, I think, the sculpt alone is like on par with some, higher quality Mezco
Mm-hmm.
or import figures.
Mm-hmm.
But, to get them for $40 at retail in the
Yeah.
US, great figure. And I love that. I love this movie.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. Time for my number 4. Now, this is the 4-3-2 for me was the hardest one to rank.
Yep. Me too.
Just because they could probably be interchangeable. And so how I ended up finally ranking them was just kind of almost arbitrary, or there was just some little thing that I could maybe make an excuse for why it would land where it landed. So just take that, in everybody in the chat, everybody watching right now, just take that grain of salt with how the rest of these pan out for me. My number 1 was locked in. My number 5 was pretty locked in. It was these middle ones where I was kind of like, I could go here, go here, go here. So this was an early pickup. This was on my list we did that July top toys so far, favorite toys so far, whatever we call it. And that is none other than one of the coolest things that come out of this year for toys. And I believe it's still available, maybe at Targets or something like that. But it is none other than the Masters of the Universe Origins Castle Grayskull playset. I adore this thing. As you can see, that's video from my review. Oh, there's from my buddy commercial. But I just it surpassed all expectations. Like I was just excited we had awesome artwork. We get a box with a gray skull in it.
Mm-hmm.
Because to me, the original is top of the mountain, and then the classics one was so incredible. I didn't really have any expectations for this thing, but it exceeded them, and it's a really great play set. Like it's solid. It's got new play features. It's got all the things you'd want out of a gray skull play set, and I think they just did a fantastic job. And it's $75, and it comes with a figure, a sorceress figure.
Mm-hmm.
It kind of blew me away how incredible it was. John, any thoughts that you might have?
Absolutely. This was one of the ones I wrestled with. Should I put this on the list?
Mm-hmm.
It's in my it's in a top 10. I didn't want to do it in the top 5 tonight because I really had a feeling you were going to put it in there. I don't want to talk about the same thing twice. But it was that thing that restored the faith that we can get play sets for a good price. The companies can do it. They just don't want to do it. Like it blows me away. Come on, Hasbro.
Yeah.
What about some 3 3/4-inch play sets that aren't cardboard? And even the cardboard ones aren't terrible.
Mm-hmm.
But they can do them not cardboard, obviously. I mean, look what Mattel did for Origins.
Mm-hmm.
But it ranks up there, even though it's not vintage. It doesn't have that same vintage, that heartfelt thing.
Yeah.
It is just as good as the original Castle Grayskull.
Mm-hmm. It married the vintage with classics and gave just a good Castle Grayskull, like a really good Castle Grayskull. And I think the testament to that is my oldest Zach, who's 7, just wants to sit down and play with it, and he doesn't give 2 craps about He-Man, the message. Like he understands the good, bad, and just like who's on what side, but he doesn't care about any of the years of mythology, mini comics, cartoon, whatever. It's just an awesome toy with cool characters, and he wants to play with it. Yeah, and that is how you know it's a really good toy. And then so it works on so many levels, and it's fantastic. So, all right, that's my number 4. John, what is your number 4?
My number 4 is the Ghostbusters Plasma Series. Woo! Egon's Wand.
Oh yeah. Now this did come out, I think, last year, but you got it this year. I think, right?
I got it the day or not the day. I think it was the second day of the pack being live on HasLab. I ordered it from Big Bad because they still had it in stock for $100. And it was my very first prop replica. I didn't get any of the Matty Collector Ghostbuster stuff. I've never had any other prop replicas at all.
Yeah.
And when I opened it, I was completely blown away. Like, the box was nice, that sort of crate that the box kind of looks like. Yeah. And as I'm opening it up, I'm like, oh my God, like the box is pretty nice, but this is so much better than I thought it was going to be. I mean, even though the majority of it is plastic, it's got a nice weight to it. The sounds are, they don't sound fake. Yeah. The sounds don't sound fake. They sound like it's the movie. It sounds real.
Yeah.
It's amazing. It looks so good. And for $100, I couldn't believe it.
For $100, I think that's the beauty of this thing. So I think the Matty one was $150. And while I think it did some things well, this one I think, from as far as I understand, is more accurate. And the fact that this one will pair with an actual proton pack,
right?
Which the Matty one, while they may have eventually wanted to get to it, but they never got to it. It's incredible. And yes, I love this Star Theory, and getting the game alternate firing modes. That was such a nice bonus.
And I've never played the game.
Oh, the game is so good. It's a really good game. Love the game. But yeah, I really dig it. I really dig it. And again, I hope they do more.
Yeah.
Fingers crossed.
Everything about it. The stand looks great. Everything.
Mhm.
I love it.
Awesome. All right, so now it's time for my number 3, and this is another of the long list of things Jay spends so much money on. It better be in his top 5 list. But I do genuinely really like this thing. It's incredible. It's kind of one of those all-time wish list things that you would hope a toy company would do. And last summer, it became a HasLab. And this summer, a year later, they finally gave it to us. And that is the HasLab Sentinel. And it's I think just its size alone is probably why it's number 3 on this list, but it just looks so good, and it kind of is exactly the Sentinel in our heads, or at least in my head, that I always wanted for like a really awesome 90s, X-Men display.
Mhm.
And the fact that we got this gargantuan Sentinel plus all of these great accessories, like it blew through all the tiers and gave us so much extra stuff. I was just, over the moon to receive this thing. It's probably not number 1 because of my knees aren't too bad. It's actually the ratchet joints into the hips that were kind of loose on mine. But that was really on this table that I did that unboxing in my display case. It's stood up and it's been exactly as I displayed it this whole entire time. So, that issue aside, I think it's incredible. And what did we pay? I don't know. Was it 300 something bucks? 325, 350?
Yeah, I think it was around there if I remember.
It's awesome. It's a home run and well-deserved spot on my top 5 lists for 2021.
Mm-hmm.
Johnny, any thoughts from you?
I mean, looking at it, I don't collect Legends, but it looks, the paint on it, it's of a sideshow quality.
Mm-hmm.
It's, it's a little bit of minus the knee and hip problems that are, the majority, it seems. It looks like a great figure. It looks like more of a statue than a figure, especially the way they can pose it out and the fingers and all the articulation, which could have been, a bad thing to add that much articulation to it sometimes.
Yeah.
But it's it's a great figure. I think that's money well spent.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, honestly, it's a ratchet jointed system in the hips and tighter knees away from being figure of the year, which is a shame because, I assume the Hasbro team that did it didn't want it to have some kind of, quote unquote fatal flaw. And so it's a shame they didn't work that, because if they did, it could have very well been number 1 on a lot of people's lists. Some really funny quotes here that I do want to plus in. Matt Gaming, the Sentinel makes Jay feel all weak in the knees. And Mike, did you open with a knee shot on the Sentinel on purpose? No, I promise I didn't. But yeah, it's incredible, and I'm excited to have it. All right, John, number 3, my friend.
Number 3. It's kind of a, it's just not one figure. It's 4, but it's the PowerCon exclusive Horde set. And it is the best.
Well, take us through why it is the best.
Okay. I think that the figures could have been all hot pink for all I care. The package. It's that packaging. I will say it till I'm blue in the face. That is the best packaging of the year, of next year, and the year after that.
Wow.
Unless they outdo it somehow. But I mean, I'm a massive Horde fan. I love it's my favorite faction. The character designs, I've always loved them since I was a kid. Leech was one of my favorite figures. Mantenna, Grizzlor. But this is the reason it is even on my top 5. I mean, we got Hordak already in a different colorway. We're getting other Horde Troopers. We're going to get the regular Grizzlor.
Yeah.
So they're all great figures. haven't taken them out. They're still exactly how they sat in that package. But this, I mean, it's so great. And the way that they designed it, like a turntable where
Mhm.
it can, or, I would say it's more like a Lazy Susan almost,
Mhm. Mhm.
where it folds into itself. Oh,
Yeah,
man,
yeah.
it's so great. It is. I mean, it's really some of my favorite Motu artwork ever.
Yeah, it's incredible. Because I don't think we can do Toy Geeks next Sunday. I think we're gonna do it a little bit later in the week. I think,
Mhm.
right?
Yep.
So I have not opened mine yet. So next Sunday, I'm just gonna do a live stream opening up my PowerCon exclusives, so we can just hang out and open those up. So I have not. Mine is still sitting in the box that I got from Val at PowerCon. So I have not felt this or looked at it with my own. Let me see you with my own eyes. I haven't done that yet. But I imagine I may have a similar reaction because it does look incredible.
Mm-hmm. Oh, you haven't even taken it out of the shipper box.
Nope. It is still in the shipper. So on Boxing Day, we will have an unboxing of epic proportions. And I will finally crack these bad boys open. Yeah, they're still in the brown box and in the inside the shipper box as well. I haven't even opened them up. So I'll do it live next Sunday night.
You better wear your tightest socks because they're going to get blown off.
Jason has a great comment. Is it also your number one lampshade of the year?
It is. It is. I wish they would make one with like a, with the bat on the base. I'm sure somebody's going to customize it out there. And hopefully it doesn't catch on fire.
Free reign, most referenced package on this show this year. Well, did we wait? Was the Hot Toys Chris O'Donnell Robin? Did we talk about him?
Yeah, that's definitely a close second.
That's what she said.
Anyway, all right. That's your number 3. And now it's my turn for number 2. Okay. Let me just plus this up here. I gotta pause it. So I do want to put a spoiler alert. Now it's been a little while now. So I feel this is not as spicy of a spoiler. But this is the 2-pack, the Ghostbusters 2-pack. So it is the spoiler. So if you've not seen Ghostbusters Afterlife, I mean, this figure is just sitting on shelves now. It's being shown everywhere. So this shouldn't be too much of a spoiler at this point, but I at least want to put it out there. If you still or haven't seen Ghostbusters Afterlife and you still are completely spoiler free on it, this 2-pack is a bit of a spoiler to the movie. So I want to at least put it out there before I hit open. But, if the 1, 2, 3 for me, or I'm sorry, 4, 3, 2 were kind of interchangeable for me. The reason why this one is 2 is just because of something that was so anticipated, this movie, Ghostbusters Afterlife, for 2 years almost. And it could have been so easy for it to be disappointing and not kind of live up to that anticipation. But the movie was awesome. I freaking loved it. And the conclusion to that film and the thing this 2-pack represents is why it is my number 2 for top toys of 2021. And that is the family, the name notwithstanding, the family that busts together 2-pack. It is awesome. I freaking love this thing. And, one, because it kind of lets you recreate an iconic scene in the film. But they actually pulled off the head sculpt. It looks good. Like the original pictures they show, I was like, oh, that looks bad. But I think it looks pretty good. And Phoebe looks good as well. And it lets you complete the Terror Dogs. And yeah, I just think it's a really great set. I didn't have to spend $800 to get it. Thank you, John. And yeah, I freaking really, really dig this. And to me, like, this 2-pack kind of represents the culmination of a couple years of covering it on this channel, as well as just being a Ghostbuster fan and 30-something years of waiting for a sequel. And so there's just all of the emotion that goes into this 2-pack is why it is my number 2. And Fets, I don't care if you think it looks like trash. I think it's awesome. And that is why it's my number 2. John, your thoughts?
I love the set as well. It looks so much better in hand.
Yeah.
Those first promo shots, I agree with Fetz. It did look like trash
Mm-hmm.
in the promo shots.
Mm-hmm.
But as the second that I seen it, in my hand, straight fresh out of the case, like, yeah, this is a winner.
Yeah.
They did that. The head sculpt is really nice. I
Yeah.
think because of the color transition,
Mm-hmm.
it doesn't present well, just in photographs.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. It's much better in person. And I tried it. I think this video looks better than again the promo shots from
Yeah,
Hasbro.
definitely.
Terrible.
Mm-hmm.
It looks so bad. But I really dig this set. I see some people saying they haven't found it yet or can't wait to get this set. Currently on the hunt in Minnesota, haven't been able to find it yet. Well, hopefully, it's showing up more and more, and everyone will be able to get this thing. And I guess shipping on it's taking forever. So again, hopefully, everyone will get their hands on them soon if they want to get them. But for me, absolutely, is a solid top 5 for me. And again, the emotional attachment to it is what put it at number 2. John, you're up, my friend.
All right. My next one was really difficult because it's the McFarlane Batman 66, but it's all of it. I had to, I just had to say all of it. It is so good. And it's not only, and again, another example, the promo shots on these figures look
it looks so bad.
Terrible. The sculpts looked awful.
Yes.
I was so disappointed because I'm a huge Batman fan.
Mm-hmm.
I was over the moon that we were getting McFarlane Batman 66 figures with play sets, vehicles. And then because I think we saw the play set in the Batmobile first, with good pictures. And then they showed Batman and Robin and the Joker. I'm like, oh no.
Yeah.
How did they blow this? Because everything else has been really nice so far. Sculpts are great, paint's great.
Yeah.
And then we got them in hand, or you had them first, and you were over the moon about the quality of them, the sculpt and the paint.
Yeah.
Articulation, is a little bit to desire.
Sure.
But still, it's such a good time to be a Batman fan with these figures.
Yeah.
The Batmobile has a bit of an 80s feel. It's very superpowers. It's very, basic. It's like Mego like. And the playset is too. The Batcave is as well. It's it's just simple. You just not really, I wouldn't call it assembly. It's just unfold and place the computers. and the bat poles don't really stay in place that well. They're just they're a little too wobbly. Yeah. I think it's for going around corners. But man, I can't wait for more. I want the copter, the bat boat, the cycle.
Yeah.
I want another playset. I want like the back, the mountainous wall with the fence and the 2 doors busted out.
Yeah.
I want that. I mean, I want like a table that Batman can be like strapped to, the saw blade table. Shark repellent, all of it.
Yeah. Yeah. I agree. I think, and I think the criticisms are fair, right? The articulation simple. The Batcave is more of a display piece than actual like play set, and the Batmobile is too small. Those are all fair criticisms.
Yep.
But they're so much fun. I just the Batmobile is fun. It looks awesome, even though but it has that Mego feel. It has that 80s feel, and yes, the capes are really cheapo, but then the head sculpts are fantastic. It is kind of this weird thing that doesn't make sense. But if you have them in hand, you get it. And you either get it or you don't. If you don't like it, that's fine. But
yeah, it's a deliberate cheapening to make it fun.
Accessible.
Yeah,
like
everything was under $100. The entire wave.
Yep. And so the angle is fun and accessible, versus, a closer to perfection, but maybe less accessible, more out of reach, or maybe you don't have space for it all. And there's plenty of things that I have that are not as accessible and too big. But this has a place in a collection, I feel like. And yeah, I totally agree. I think I'll allow picking the whole thing, because the fact that it was intentionally the Batcave, all the figures, and the Batmobile were under $100. That was with intention, and I appreciate that angle on this.
Yep.
So,
and there was no way I was going to be able to pick one thing from the series.
Yeah.
You couldn't do that Batman without that Joker.
Yep.
And without that Robin, and then the Batmobile and Batcave. It all works, as simple as it is.
Exactly. And then there's the Riddler. Yeah, I think the Riddler, and then the two surfing ones. I guess the Joker and the Batman.
I wish they just went, directly to other characters.
Yeah. I don't need that. We just got over saying how it's just fun. I was like, no, that's too much fun.
That's too much. That's too much fun. You're throwing too much surfing fun at us. We're just.
All right, John, it's time for my number one pick. And if you watched, I think this is my number one last time. It remained my number one because it is still a knockout. It's a knockout. And it literally is one of those figures you can show to be like, this is why this line's amazing. And I know Muckman is hitting right now. We haven't got our Wave 4 yet. What's Wave 4, right? We have not got our Wave 4 yet. But the Bebop from Super 7 TMNT Ultimates is a knockout, a slam dunk, a tour de force, one of the best figures I've ever gotten ever. Just the scale, the paint applications, the sculpt, the fun, the nostalgia, the modernism. Like it somehow checks like every single box you could want. And I freaking love the thing.
Baby Bebop.
There's a little Bebop, a soft head Bebop. But yeah, the TMNT Ultimates Bebop, I just think, is still the best out of anything they've done so far. It's the best at anything the Four Horsemen have done so far, and it is to me, it's like that's the top of the pops that they have to beat. And while Wave 3 was a little disappointing, I think for both you and I, this thing is still so amazing that my hopes are it kind of gets back to this level once we do get Wave 4, and Muckman may very well do that for us. But John, any thoughts there?
I got to agree. That's like on, that's the alternate universe number one for me as well. It's if I hadn't gotten some other things, Bebop wouldn't be number one. It'll be number two. It definitely stood out. Once I opened up the Super 7 Ultimate figures, the Turtles, it is. I mean, first of all, it's huge. It's huge. The way that it scales with the other figures, it's unbelievable.
Yeah.
Even though the articulation isn't perfect, but it doesn't need to be. It's such a great figure, and they knocked that sculpt out of the park.
Yeah.
They didn't even. How a lot of things when they're updated and there is a vintage counterpart to look at. They didn't modernize it. They kept it as is, just with today's standards. They didn't throw in anything extra to make it look like it was a new character of today. They did such a great job. I would say just upscaling it.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah. Agreed. But yeah, we'll have to see. I know the Wave 4 is shipping right now. You talk to our buddy, so like, have you got any notifications or anything?
Got some of those too.
You got any TMNT Ultimates, anybody? Because yeah, Wave 4 I'm excited because Muckman looks amazing, and Casey Jones is my favorite TMNT character. So It may get knocked out off the throne, but for me,
who else do we get in there other than the turtle?
Donatello,
Mm-hmm.
Casey Jones, Muckman, and Mondo Gecko.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
And the Mondo Gecko looks really good too.
Mm-hmm.
It's shaping up to be a really good wave. And the pictures I've seen, it looks good, and it looks like friend of the channel, Power Turtle Buster. He did a video of his Donatello, and it looks great versus the Michelangelo. It looked too shiny.
Yeah, too shiny.
But the thing is, his Mikey looks awesome. His Mikey has a matte finish to it.
Really?
Yeah.
Did he
go check out his channel, Power Turtle Busters?
He didn't modify it, like buff it smooth or anything? Really?
No, it's like that's how he got it. I think he's in the featured channels on this channel, so you can check him out. But because he just posted all 4 of them. But yeah, So the Wave 4 is looking really good. I'm really excited to get that one in hand for sure. Yeah, I know. So yeah, some people's Mikeys aren't shiny. You and I both got 2 each, and they were both shiny. So
yeah.
All right.
I wonder if it's what production lots they were in.
Maybe.
Maybe some of the guys that ordered, how they did re-releases of every, all the turtles just in single waves. Yeah. I wonder if their re-releases are matte.
Maybe. All right, John, you are our last number 1, my friend.
My number 1 now is still my number 1 from July.
That's right. Yeah, that's right.
Mm-hmm. And that is NECA Jaws Quint. It is, oh man, it's so good. It's so good. And the thing is, again, I wish I had him here. I should have taken at least this figure with me because I knew he was going to be my number 1. I didn't even think about it.
Mm-hmm.
Another one where he looks so much better in hand because like his clothes look so stiff on the prototype images, and it's so much better.
Yeah.
It just presents so well. Like even though he has one expression, like one face sculpt, there's no alternate heads. All there is the alternate. You can put his hat on him or the bandana.
Mm-hmm.
But every time I look at it on my shelf in my office, I'm like, oh, I waited so long for this. I can't believe this Quint figure is here, and I can't believe we won't be getting Brody.
Nope.
It's so sad.
Nope. And for those in the chat, if you don't know, Jaws is John's my Ghostbusters or whatever. Jaws is number 1, and unlike Ghostbusters, there really hasn't been a collector Jaws action figure, right? For the characters, anyway.
No, I mean there was the reaction figures, but those only go so far to quench a thirst for any character.
Mm-hmm.
And just like the pops, there's a Quint pop, a Quint reaction figure, and that's it.
Mm-hmm.
There's been plenty of, other things of memorabilia with Quint on it, but it's just a photo of him, on whatever. But actually getting this figure, what I'm really hoping next is, they'll some sort of Ultimates, not so much don't re-release Quint, but some sort of Ultimates playset where it's him with or just his it's like the chair that he straps himself into, with just the back of the boat. Just that, because I mean Hooper's coming out. It would be just a nice little display. I don't want the entire orc. I wouldn't have room for that.
Or do you?
Oh, I would. I'd make room because I mean they're doing the shark. If I have room for the shark, I have room for the boat.
Exactly. But you need to do like a 2-level display where like you maybe use glass or something to be the ocean, and then you can have like Bruce coming up underneath the boat or something. I don't know. That'd be cool.
That would be cool. I gotta get it. I'm gonna have to make it.
So a fantastic top 5 list, John. Now let's do a little game. I'm gonna throw a curveball out here. Say we could go into each other's toy rooms, and we have the power to take one of our top 5s and then put it in our own collection. What would we take out of our top 5s? Like, what would be like, oh, that's so good, I want it. So, John, I will let you go first, my friend.
I get to have one of your top 5s.
Yeah. This is theoretical.
Right. Well, I got Grayskull.
You do have Grayskull.
I got the Ghostbusters Family Bus Together pack.
And you got Bebop too.
I got Bebop.
So narrowed it down to 2.
I would say the Sentinel. Definitely
Yeah.
the Sentinel. Because, I mean, I was a fan of the X-Men, the animated series. So I would probably want to do an X-Men display just like you have.
Yeah.
You know, I would probably want something just like that with just the Jim Lee focused X-Men, and I'd be happy. That's it.
Yep. People in the chat
I'm going to leave you with Optimus. He's
like, no, I'm good. But it's really cool. No, I'm good.
No, I'm good. He doesn't stand up when his power's not turned on. I don't. I'm good.
Listen, it's an issue that affects many toys, John. People are already putting their top 5s in the chats. Please, feel free to put your top 5s in the chat while we're talking about what we'd steal. All right, so John's taking my Sentinel, which is I'd probably do the same thing. If I'm looking at yours, I think I have most of them as well. But you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna steal your Horde set.
Oh.
And but I'm gonna, I'm a kind friend. I'm gonna leave you the box. I'm just gonna take the extra figures, so that way I don't have to open up my set.
Okay, I can work with that. I'm okay having the empty package.
Oh my goodness! All right, let's see what you all picked for your top 5s. Those were our top 5s. Whether you agree with us or not, let us know. I think you're letting us know in the chat right now. But if you're watching this after the fact, drop your top 5s in the chat, or say like, John J, those top 5s were egregious. Some of the worst top 5s.
Terrible. You don't deserve the show. Get away.
All right, let's pull up some top 5s here from the chat. Nick Dillinger, number 1, Timothy Ultimate's Muckman. So you have it. I don't have mine yet. Unbox Injury, Stay Puft Dino. 3, Jesse Hernandez, Urban Aztec, Unruly Wolverine, Muerto. 4, Masters of the WWE versus Mr. T. Oh, that's a good one. That was a good. I have that one. He's right there in the Wind Raider. And then Retro 66 Batmobile plus Batcave. Pretty good list. Chris Esposito. I did it backwards. Let me go 5 here. Thundercats Ultimate Scythe. That I do not have it, but it looks awesome from what I've seen. Jurassic World Laser Collection, Tyrannosaurus Rex Escape. That is a great pack. Actually, I forgot about that pack. It's really good because you finally get the Ford Explorer in there. That is probably a top 10 for me. Mutagen Man, another great one. I think that was on your list last time, wasn't it, John?
Yeah, but did I get him last year?
No, we got them this year. I'm pretty sure
we did. That's why I didn't put him on my list, because I thought he was last year.
He was this year, I think. Pretty sure.
That's all right.
I don't. What is time? I don't know, man. Number 2, TMNT Ultimates Bebop. So Mutagen Man, Bebop back to back, and then you got the BMF Galaxy's Edge Millennium Falcon. It's a great one. I have the OG one right there. It's literally the BMF though. It's too dang big. Let's see. Let's keep it rolling here. Let's see. Powers of Grayskull set, Mezco Conan, Mythic Legions Magnus, Scythe Super 7, and number 1 Grayskull. Love Nate's art. Yeah, Nate Barch did a great job. Did an absolutely great job. Make sure I kind of make sure I don't miss anybody. Brand TV Space Jam Shots Connect for Turbo Man. McFarlane Batman 66, Line Lego Afterlife Ecto 1, Mini Stay Puffs, and the Phoebe Egon 2-pack. Those are some good ones. I do not have the 3 mini puffs yet. I ordered them online. I think I get them a couple days before Christmas, so then it'll be there. J-Fu, number 5, Buzz Mod, Rengoku. Number 4, Revlotech Bakugo. 3, Sentinel Miles Morales. 2, Mayfix Peter B. Parker. And number 1, SHF DBZ Goku SS4. I hope I pronounced all those right.
I
Um,
don't know enough about any of those.
yeah, I apologize, J-Fu. I apologize. Comics, Jada Toys, Creature from Black Lagoon, 4 Super 7 Metalhead, 3 Nekomoto Gecko, 2 Motu Stinkor, number 1, 3-0 Green Ranger. Not bad. Those are all great. Mapper Gang, no particular order. Kenner Classics, Ecto, Grayskull, Galaxy Edge, BMF, Gigawatt Transformer, and Motu Mr. T. Second Mr. T appearance. Maybe we slept on him. Dartherian, number 5, Marvel Legends, BAF Colossus, Star Wars Black Series, Clone Wars, Anakin Obi-Wan. Those are really good. Number 3, Kingdom, Air Razor. Number 2, NECA Goliath. Number 1, Autobot Arc. Fetz, Super 7 Reaction Shogun Godzilla. Number 5, that is an awesome one. That is a really good one. Marvel Legends Fat Thor 3. NECA 2015 Doc Brown 2. Boglins. And number 1, Motu Origin Scareglow. Didn't ship everyone until this year. That's true. That's true. But would not count for me. I think that was on my list, though, for last year's, if I'm not mistaken.
Scareglow?
I believe so, yeah.
You picked him up early, didn't you? Did you get him from...
Yeah, I think I got him from Europe or something like that.
Yeah.
I tried to get the scoop, inside scoop. Throwback Turtle, Origins Manny Faces, Origins Battle Damage He-Man, Battle Cat 2-Pack, Plunderlings, Thundercats, Ultimate Slythe. A lot of Slythe appearances, and Hot Toys Mandalorian. I have that. I just haven't opened it. I'll probably just sell it. It was kind of one of those orders that I forgot that are ordered. I could use the cash. Colin, top 5 is a great year. Sentinel, Super 7 Michelangelo, McFarlane Violator, Stone Cold for WWE Ultimates, and the Transformers Arc, couple Arc appearances. Let's see, a lot of BTF Doc Brown number 1s. Let's see, Jason number 1, Unicron 2, Ecto 1, 3 Sentinel, 4 Metalhead, 5 Squirpanock. A lot of great lists here. Let's just do a couple more. Diecast Fly, top 5, number 1 Hot Toys in-game cap. That is a great one. 2 Super Slythe, 3 Classified Flint, 4 Classified Snake Eyes, number 2-Pack, 5 Masterpiece Transformers RC. Renders FX, Scareglow, G.I. Joe Classified, Zartan, Jada Toys, Universal Monsters, Creature from Black Lagoon. That's a great one. Boglin's Dark Lord, Blobkin Pumpkin Paint app. That one's awesome.
That is a great one.
And Toys That Glow, 5 Storm Death Adder, 4 McFarlane Violator, Moto Origins Battlefield. I haven't opened it. I have a box of those. Mondo Hordak. Oh God, Mondo Hordak's insane. Would never be able to order one. They go so fast.
Nope.
And number 1 Transformers War Cybertron Scorponok, Jack Knight, Lego Daily Bugle, 4 Sentinel, Gargoyles, Goliath, McFarlane, Batman Beyond. I still haven't found that one. Masters of Skies Zartan number 1. I could probably find it at some point, I feel like. And then we'll do two more. Ray Alonzo, Dark Knight Returns number 1, Batman 2, Super 7 Thundercats Slythe. A lot of Slythe appearances. It is a great figure. I just don't have it. Black Series Bo-Katan. That's another, like the face sculpt on that one's incredible. Neck Ultimate Casey Jones. I love that one as well. Motu Revelation Battle Cat. And then last we'll go Black Phoenix. And that's manga. We'll go in order. Motu Classics Mossman. Wait, we haven't got Motu Classics. Oh, maybe he finally got Motu Classics Mossman? Or is he saying Revelation? I'm not sure. Castle Grayskull, man. Oh, it must be. And then Castle Grayskull Hero for Super 7 and Manga Spawn. All right. Thank you. Oh man, all right. I feel bad letting people out here. Smedberg. We'll put his up. There we go. Mecha Manblade. We'll also put Chogrins up here. Motu Faker. That's a great one. NECA Frankenstein. Future Me. Back to the Future Playmobil. And Egon Phoebe 2-Pack number 1. Totally agree with you there. It was my number 2. Gary. Let's see. Didn't put it in particular order, but McFarlane Batman Beyond. I need to get that one. Number 1, NECA BBTF 2 Doc. That is a great one, 16-bit. And yeah, all right. Whew. There we go.
I think we missed a super chat.
Oh, did we? Where's the super chat? Son of a go, Sebastian Gomez. Can you do top 5 pre-orders?
I think I might have 4 or 5 pre-orders, but I don't know if I would put them in any order until I have them in hand.
Yeah, I guess the HasLabs we just backed.
Oh yeah, HasLab, the Proton Pack and the Sky Striker would be 1 and 2 without a doubt.
Yeah, same here. Those are there, and then for me, I know you're not doing it with the Party Wagons up there as well. Yeah, toys are awful. I think I forgot this one. Number 5, Kingdom Arc. Pac-Man, Super 7 King Diamond, Origins Grayskull, and Super Shogun Skeletor. Oh, I forgot about the Super Shogun Skeletor. I haven't seen it in hand, so
Nope.
Yeah, Proton Pack will be number one. We're not getting it next year, so that'll be on 2023's list. Both of those we're not getting next year.
No, we won't see those. And hopefully it's 2023.
Please. Oh, goodness. All right, John. Before we go to Toy Halls, just a couple quick things. I just want to show this quickly because I don't want to. I really, I want to appreciate the work Brian put into this. But last week, there was a question asked around Super 7, and while a lot of us really love the work that they're doing, there seems to be this disconnect from pre-orders to when we actually get them. Right? They show this great stuff when we pre-order, and it takes forever to finally get it. And it's one thing to say it, but it's not until you actually kind of do the math and see it. It's hard to kind of crystallize that thought. Well, Brian was able to put together another chart for us, and Brian Brink, if he's here right now, all the thanks to you, my friend, for doing this. But this is the chart. There's two charts I do want to show. This is the first one. So the chart shows revealed, which is it'll show the totals revealed. Red is just revealed and green is released. There you are, Brian. Thank you. And it doesn't look good.
No, it doesn't. It does not.
And it's a lot of red. And really, there's only two lines where you'd probably say it's past the 50% mark, and that's Turtles and Japan Pro Wrestling, which I don't even collect. I don't even know what that is, I guess.
And even the last three on the end are just one figure.
Exactly.
It really is just we're constantly seeing pre-orders or new announcements.
Mm-hmm.
It seems like every couple of weeks.
Yeah.
Maybe, I don't know. I think as a company, just maybe hold off for a little bit, just to maybe clear the air. We need some space, some time to say, anybody that's ordered, the first wave of Joe Ultimates.
Mm-hmm.
Even though the initial, when you ordered it, it said, I don't know what it said. I really didn't get into it.
Mm-hmm.
But say if it said, summer 2022.
Mm-hmm.
At this point, is that even feasible? They should say, spring 2023.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, I don't know what the actual dates are.
Yeah.
But I mean, that's a lot of stuff just out there waiting.
Mm-hmm. It is. And Colin says, Thundercat Super 7 has been on pre-order forever. And that checks out. So I kind of followed up with Brian. I was like, okay, is there a way to kind of show time? This shows a good overview of revealed versus released. And it's more revealed than just released. And James said, problem with this is I ordered the Super 7 Japan wrestling figures and each set took almost 2 years. So let me pull up this next one here to try and show timeline. It's hard. This is really hard to kind of show and make it like a graphical thing that makes sense. But if it's red, that means it still hasn't been released and it's over 23 months.
Mm-hmm.
If it's orange, it hasn't been released. It's been over 15 months. Blue is over a year and yellow is over 9 months. So TMNT has managed to stay kind of within a year of itself by this. And then Thundercats, to somebody's point, 5 of them are over 2 years. Another 5 are over 15 months. Another 4 are over a year. And only 2 are within that kind of range. So out of all them, I think Thundercats is probably the problem child. But Transformers has some that have been over a year. Power Rangers have had some that's been over a year. And the rest are kind of within 9 months.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't necessarily think it's as bad when you put the time into it, but still, there's just a lot that just hasn't landed.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And now that you say like the time frame, maybe it just doesn't seem that long because we're constantly seeing new stuff. They make us forget about it.
Yeah, 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 100%, 100%. So that's probably, I don't want to spend too much time on, because I think this is a really good chart to kind of break it down for us. But what we don't understand is the internal workings of Super 7. So what I think the fair thing to do, like we're not a newspaper or something, but I think the fair journalistic thing to do is to ask, somebody from Super 7, hey, this is what we have found, this is what we're seeing, and would you like to talk about it, or would you like to kind of share, perspective or add a comment or something?
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to send a message to, I think, press at Super 7, and we'll see, maybe somebody, even if it's just like some underling or something, just kind of maybe give some context to why it is that there's this kind of disconnect between the pre-orders that we're putting the money down for versus when we actually get them.
Mm-hmm.
And there could be a very good reason. I mean, we've been in this pandemic, things are, whatever, like I understand that, but it
Mm-hmm.
seems like kind of there's a perception now, and perception, it gets really scary if it becomes reality. And I think that's where the fair thing to do would be, instead of maybe slamming on them without giving them the chance to be able to explain, like, or at least give some context for why it is the way it is.
Yeah. Yeah. Especially when there's things, like wave 4 of Turtles is coming out. It's shipping.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas, like the first wave of Disney Ultimates,
Yeah.
which were pre-ordered prior to wave 4 of Turtles,
Yeah.
are 4 months away. But
Mm-hmm.
wave 4 of Turtles is already, it's in the US.
Yeah.
Like, how does is there a level of importance where they say, well, we're going to get the important line in your hands first,
Mm-hmm.
and the things that had lower numbers, even though it went into production, it's going to take longer.
Mm-hmm.
Where from a customer standpoint, it should be the order of order. If I ordered this one first, I'm going to expect that one first. If I ordered that one after, I'm going to expect that one second.
Yeah.
But there's there's nothing like that, it seems.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And that's, that is the thing to figure out. And I think somebody put in the comment, Brian's pretty forthcoming, and I agree. I think he connects really well. Like they do their part to try and just explain things as best as they possibly can. But I think there's still kind of just gaps in knowledge, and so that's where, to me, I would like to give them the opportunity to talk about it a little bit, like share what Brian's graph showed and what we're kind of finding here, and maybe if they can give us some perspective about the strategy here, or maybe just things that are completely out of control. But I do know that I'm sensing it. I see it in the chat. I see it when I'm talking to toy friends. We're just like, when are these things coming out? And I assume they have to be feeling that, if not worse, that level of stress from, or to quote our good friends from Yes Have Some, the toy anxiety is real on the Super 7 side of it. So that's that. I did want to, and then just a quick thing. And we adore Mad Hatter reviews on this channel, and I love. Let me see if I can pull up his post, actually, because I want to share some love to Mad Hatter. Pull it up real quick. His channel, I believe he posted it in his community page, which I need to take more advantage of. I kind of use Instagram to be that, but anyway, okay, here we go. So NECA posted this teaser, and this is off of Mad Hatter's page. If you haven't subscribed to him yet, click that subscribe button and that bell icon. Great toy discussions. He's been on the show a few times. But this Stay Tuned, very rudimentary Foot Clan foot. Something's dropping Turtle Tuesday. And maybe this is just wishful thinking, but I saw it. I was like, isn't that the front flap to the Technodrome? Like, that's what I thought. And I was like, are they dropping the Technodrome or something Technodrome? Or is this going to be some type of like Toon 2-pack for the Foot Clan? What's your thoughts?
I mean, yeah, it looks like that flip down door, right, on the front. I would say not a Technodrome.
No?
I mean, they could do it, right? It would be fairly expensive, you know, if they wanted to do some sort of pre-order crowdfunding thing. Has NECA ever done that?
No.
Crowdfunding?
No, maybe not. But it could be a diorama. It doesn't have to be a thing, you know. They've done dioramas.
They've done dioramas. I would say maybe, you know how the vintage Technodrome toy, like each sphere half, like maybe it's a package where it's like a half of a sphere with two figures in it, you know, and you can use that as, you know, maybe it's a build of the display with packaging. Maybe it's a build a backdrop packaging set.
Yeah. Technodrome HasLab confirmed.
Oh man.
Could be the Shredder's Foot Cruiser as well. Mutant Module. I think a diorama for the interior. That I could see a diorama because they have shown them at toy fairs and stuff. Or maybe it's true. More than likely, it's probably just Troop building the Foot Clan. But I think, I don't know. I saw it and I was like, Technodrome?
Because the color is right, isn't it?
Right?
Like the same color.
I'm looking at mine right now. It's kind of, it has like a steel around the foot, but it's the red foot with a purple door. You can't tease us like this, NECA. You can't.
Did Mad Hatter have an opinion of what it could be?
I saw this post. Did he do a video of it yet? Did he say anything? I don't know if he did a video on it. Did he say it? I haven't seen his most recent video, so I don't know.
Yeah, I'm a little behind.
I'm behind as well. I've had no time. So if you did a video on it, I apologize. Near from Mad Hatter. No, the love is there for you, my friend.
I'm going to say it's a Technodrome themed package for a 2-pack.
I don't want a Technodrome theme. Even that's probably what it'll be because that's what the news pack was. It wasn't a news van. But I want a diorama or something. I don't know. I don't have room for it anyway. So why am I wishing these things upon myself?
Are you collecting at all the NECA Toon Turtles?
No.
Yeah,
no. There's been a couple times. The one I almost did was the who are the two stone dudes? Trag?
General Trag and
the other guy.
I can't remember.
And it sat at my Target forever, and I kept almost buying them just because I prefer those looks to the toy look. It's one of the rare examples where I think the Toon version is the better version, but Space Cowboy. Technodrome cardboard backdrop with a bag of bones.
Could be.
Granitor, there you go. Thank you. But here's the thing: I would buy a NECA Technodrome because in my display, especially if it's like a diorama or if it's just like a half, like it just looks like a Technodrome against the wall, that's perfect.
Yeah.
Because if I'm thinking of my display in my head for my Super 7 Ultimates, just having kind of the Technodrome in the background, the party wagon, and the turtles about, call it a day at that point for me. That's how I feel. Riley Bob, hit the like button. Indeed, hit the like button, ladies and gentlemen. If you haven't done it yet, hit that like button. It's really important for the show. All right. John, did you pick anything up while you were there? Can we do a toy haul?
I did. I picked up one thing. It's not like, oh my God, it's nothing great. I was really disappointed with the place.
You were telling me that. We chatted yesterday because we tested the internet connections.
I was really disappointed with my go-to store up here.
Hold on one second. I'm just gonna pull Or get your Stump John stuff together real quick.
All right. Are we ready? Should I get into it?
Hold on. Let me make you bigger. Hold on. Wait, I wonder. Actually, can I just do this? There we go. You have the floor, my friend.
Okay. So when I come home to Massachusetts, I always go to That's Entertainment. It is the pop culture emporium. That is sort of its tagline. They always have good sales, like on the holidays. Whenever I come home, it's always buy 3 get 1 free, like anything in the store.
Yeah.
And so, I mean, the sale was yesterday. So, you know, it was my first day in town. I'm like, I got to go to That's Entertainment. I got to see what's on sale, see what I can get, you know. But the prices have always been good, always. Yesterday, I think they increased the prices of everything in the store, to make up for their sale. Big disappointment. You know, there was a couple McFarlane figures I wanted, and they were like between $5 and $8 more than Walmart and Target. I'm like, these aren't rare. They're not hard to find. They had a bunch of, you know, even though I wasn't gonna get them, I just wanted things for reference.
Yeah,
tons of legends. They had a big legends collection come in, all loose, and like $5 over what they're selling for resale. I'm like, this is crazy. This is crazy. I was really disappointed, but I did get one thing, and so they have long boxes of comics, like as far as the eye can see.
Yeah.
And behind all the long boxes, they just have like shelves with pegboard, and it's usually like one carded figure tall. And so I picked up this. I found this there, and it's just a package of accessories.
Oh,
but
there's some good in there.
Yeah, I don't know if you can see right there.
Yep.
Little Grayskull pistol.
The Grayskull gun. What are those going for? That's an expensive item.
Like $40.
Yeah.
It's going for about $40. And there's a power sword in there.
Yeah.
OG power sword. So I opened it up. And it's like, this is for the Hiss 2, the G.I. Joe Hiss 2, the canopy. Yep. But then there was a couple unbroken Spydor guns where it still has the nub that you plug it in.
Yeah.
So I just keep on going. And then there's 2 more Spydor guns. I'm like, what? You know, because the sets of original Spydor guns are going for like $40. And then even the eyes, Spydor's eyes.
Oh my gosh.
So, you know, I'm just kind of going through it. A pretty good set of dragons, knights, and daggers, Imperial. Like these, the weapon.
Yep.
The weapon set.
Yeah.
There was a gold one. They also did a silver one.
Yeah.
But then there was also a second Grayskull pistol in here. 2? Yep. Can you play it? You got 2.
Oh yeah. Hold on. Yeah.
He got 2. He got 2. The mailman.
Whoa.
Yep. I'm trying to find it.
2 Grayskull guns. Wow. Look at that.
And then there was a couple Mani weapons rifles.
Oh, nice. Dang, that was $29. It was on sale?
No, it was just like $29.99. Okay. Just no discount. You know, I didn't want to just buy 2 more things just for nothing.
Yeah.
I got really close to buying. There was a Diamond Select Real Ghostbusters Egon, sealed.
How much?
$150.
I have no idea what those are going for now.
I think that's maybe $180, $200 is about what they're going for. I was really close to pulling the trigger on that, but then I said, I'm gonna want to build the whole the firehouse facade. But then, you know, I just had to, because I want the rest of the Plasma series. I only have the Family That Bust Together 2-pack.
Oh snap! Yeah, you got to catch up.
Yep.
John's Mickle Toilet strikes again. Indeed. But you know, there's I was lucky with the Diamond Select Real Ghostbusters. I stopped after I completed the diorama for the Gozer thing. And I
Mhm.
was so disappointed by the head sculpts on those figures. I was like, I'm done. And then I was kind of like, even though Real Ghostbusters is like my favorite of all the Ghostbusters, but I just didn't get them when they first came out. But I was lucky enough, I think on one of the Ghostbuster Facebook groups, I think Ghostbusters Vintage Collectors, somebody posted all 4 Ghostbusters loose, all 4 Ghostbusters, and then all of the pieces to do the firehouse, all of the pieces. So I didn't have to get any of the GB2 stuff.
Mhm.
And it was like $190. And but
Wow.
this is they kind of, I think that was the going price maybe for them at the time, but
Mhm.
not maybe a month or two later. Maybe the movie got announced or something, and the prices went through the roof on those. So I happened upon them at the right time,
Mhm.
which just happens sometimes.
Yep. Right place, right time.
Yep, that's how it goes.
And
Right, we've all been there. We've all
Yep.
been there.
Yep. And that's all I got. That is it.
I only have one thing as well, and I think it's one. There might be. Oh, I did get the Mini Puffs Series 3. You can check out that video on the channel. I posted that on Friday, I think. Big thanks to Jason from Crow Mag Toys. He was like, "Hey, did you want the Wave 2?" And I was like, "Yeah, I want Wave 2." He's like, "Well, it's on Big Bad Toy Store. I don't want, like, you want to split it?" So I went to like buy all of them, And I was like, "Yeah, absolutely." And I was like, "As long as I can do a video on the channel." And he's like, "Yeah, sure." So, but it's not Wave 2, it's Series 3. There's a whole Series 2 that I think a few of them made it to Canada in the blind bags and not the canisters. So this collecting disease that we have is so frustrating because, like, no, I thought this was like because these were the ones they showed us, the other half of the ones they showed us when they announced them earlier this year. But there's a whole nother series that maybe we'll get or maybe we won't get. But yeah, that's one. But check out that video if you haven't seen it yet. And then the last thing, I was going to soon doing my rounds, the Walmarts, the Targets. That's my Briar Creek 2-step. But there's a Target there and then the Walmart there in Briar Creek. No luck on finding the Motu or He-Man, the Masters of the Universe figures like that you found.
Mhm.
I'm sure I'll find them eventually, so I'm not that stressed about it. But I ended up seeing this set that I had not seen in retail yet. And I passed on the Razor Crest because it's too expensive and too big for my collection. But I was kind of curious about this set, the Mission Fleet Razor Crest, which is a lot cheaper than the Half-Slab one. Now, I've already I got the Mando as well as the Grogu set that they released last year. They're tiny. They're like smaller than Mask tiny.
Mhm.
But the Razor Crest looks pretty good. So I was kind of like, I hadn't seen it, and I'm in a group chat with Jake from Forum the Zuckus and the YHS crew, and I was like, "Is this good?" And nobody had found it, or I think Jake from Forum the Zuckus has it, but it's like still under his Christmas tree. He hasn't opened it yet. So I picked it up. So I may do an unboxing of this at some point in time. Maybe I'll do it on the day the Book of Boba Fett drops or something. But so yeah, I was like, I'll pick it up. It's like $42 though, which seems a little steep.
Yeah, that seems a little steep, but you never know. Gotta wait until you open it.
Exactly. Riley Bob says, how does it scale with Black Series Junior? Probably not great.
If it's like way back in the background when you're taking a picture, it's probably not bad.
Yeah, exactly. But again, I just we talked about it at the time, like the cost of it was at $350, and the fact that they blew the dang thing up, it's not even going to be a part of the show anymore if it keeps going. So this, even though I thought $40 was a bit steep, it was an easier pill to swallow than $350 for the.
Yeah.
So we'll see.
And it'll probably look just as good on your shelf.
Yeah. I don't know what shelf I'll put it on because I don't have any shelf space, but that's future J problem.
That's future J problems.
Yeah.
Yep.
I feel bad for Future Jay. He's got a lot of future problems.
He's got a lot of. He's got a Sky Striker to find a place for.
Sky Striker's good. He's just, I got space on the flag. That's the beauty of the flag being a gigantic.
Yep, that's right.
Put it on there. And anyway. Yeah, but this thing I don't know where I'm gonna put it. Maybe I could fly it up there somewhere. I put a little dangle it from.
Yeah, do the old fishing line trick.
Mm-hmm. It's a great trick. It's throughout most of my toy room. All right, John. There's only one thing left to do, my friend. Our last show before Christmas.
Oh man.
And it would not be a Toy Geeks without a little segment we like to call Stump John. That's right. It's that time again. It's time to see how much John really knows about action figure accessories. He says he's the master of all things toys. Well, it's time to put it to the test. Yes, everybody, everywhere at home, everybody all around the world, it's time to Stump that John. All right, John. These submissions this week are from good friend of the show, Andrew. There's only 2 though, so I guess we're going easy on you this week.
All right.
Only
Well,
2.
we don't know. I haven't seen him yet.
That's true.
Could be a Zippo.
Yeah. Let me hide the thumbnails real quick. Or hide sidebar so you can't look ahead.
Oh,
Next week. Have you turned off the chat, my friend?
I have. Chat is off.
Let me remove the Stump John banner. There we go. And let me share the screen. I have the answers for this.
Okay.
And let's see if you can find the answers as well.
Mask.
Okay.
Kenner Mask.
Okay.
Billboard Blast.
Is that your final answer?
No.
Okay.
Or is it the Collector? I'm gonna go Mask the Collector.
Which one's the Collector? Remind me of that one.
It's like the toll booth, I think.
The toll booth?
Yeah.
You are correct. It is the toll booth gun parts mask 1985. Well done, my friend.
Thank you.
All right. Well, you're halfway. Oh, we're halfway there. Oh, living on a prayer. All right. One more left. Yeah, make sure I select it. Here we go.
Oh. Another Kenner.
It is Kenner.
Superpowers.
It is Superpowers.
Mr. Miracle.
That's that is correct. Mr. Miracle Superpowers. His handcuff accessories. John, people are being too easy on you.
I know.
Being way too easy on you. Congratulations, John. 100%.
Thank you.
Merry Christmas indeed. So we said Desaad. No, it is. Yeah, damn, John.
Is Andrew here with us?
I don't know. This is Renders FX. This is John's X-Men power. Wow. Space Guy, we'll have to address John as Maestro from now on. You've been on a hot streak, my friend. I think it was a few weeks ago with Dan Larson and Mike Case where you pulled that Shrinky Dinks one out of your butt. Like since then, you have been.
I've been on, and I think it was because Dan said you're never going to get this.
Yep.
So it was like that. It was that kick, you know.
Yes, if you want to submit your own accessories for Stump John, remember pictures and then what they are. Ideally, you know what they are, so that way I can verify it. But you can send those submissions. Do I not have the email preloaded? Ugh, man. All right, let me write it up real quick. John, why don't you vamp for a second?
All right. I think it was Nilsson think it was Nelson A back in the chat. He asked
Mhm.
me which That's Entertainment I go to. And it is the Worcester one. I've never been to the one in Fitchburg.
Yeah.
I've not been there.
That's good to know. I have not. I've like only stepped foot in Mass like once, I think. I need to go more often. But the email, it's right there. geekdadlife@gmail.com. You can send your submissions there. And yeah, John took that part. John, have you seen the Last Dance documentary on Netflix, the Chicago Bulls?
I haven't, no.
Oh, it's so good. So good. But there's a meme that came from Michael Jordan where if there was like even the smallest little slight that he could pull out, he would say, and I took that personally. And then he just like went ham and like, decimated another team. But anyways, yes, geekdadlife@gmail.com. I believe Chris, that's what he was like. There needs to be a Toy Geeks Northeast get together. John, you're more than welcome to set that up, my friend.
Yeah, I mean, I'm only here for a couple of days, and I got kind of a full plate since it's Christmas. But any other time.
Oh man! All right. Well, I think that is it for this episode. Want to wish everybody a safe and happy Christmas, happy holidays, any holiday that you may celebrate, Yule season, the winter solstice season, whichever holiday lines up for that. I wish you the happiest of them. And we will have at least one episode this week. There's one that I really want to drop maybe Thursday. I want to finally do my comparisons of the two Turbo Man dolls, the original versus the new one. I felt like I was kind of saving it for Christmas time. So as long as work doesn't destroy my week, I'm going to try and have that up there. And it will definitely be titled He Got Two. So be on the lookout for that. And let's see. The Boxing Day unboxing live stream will be on the 26th. And then John and I will be back maybe the 30th. Did we land on the date? Somewhere around then. So make sure you hit subscribe and the like button to do our predictions for toys that will be released in 2021. Stay tuned to the channel. Everybody have a great, healthy, and happy and wonderful holiday season. Stay safe out there. And until next time, hasta luego and goodbye.